Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. I'm your host, Will, of course, here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. I don't know where cricket's at, so you're stuck with me. But look who showed up today. All right. Ready to lick my wounds, take it on the chin, move on. Let's just get right into it. Check this out. What everyone's talking about from yesterday. I was this close from eating crow, Scotty Scheffler. After I said, don't bet Scotty Scheffler to come back and win this thing. He damn near did it. He was one stroke away. Whew. Whew. That was close. Boy, oh boy. Was I sweating that one out. But it came down to Hideki Matsuyama and Chris got her up. They had a little playoff, got her up, ended up winning. Congratulations. Other than that, I think that's pretty much what, all the sports we had yesterday. Not much to talk about today. Good morning, Tubby Ting. Is cricket mad about the non-double punt? I totally forget. There was a million punts in that game, all mainly coming from the Patriots. But did the Patriots not punt on their first drive? I don't remember that part. It was a bunch of chaos going on. My house. I know Coco was saying she made a bunch of money off punts, live betting them. I honestly thought at halftime we should have probably signed Bad Bunny and had him try to quarterback the team, Yeah. That's right. There she is. Coco says all my winnings came from punts. You know what I was thinking, Coco? I wish if we had a healthy Josh Allen, I think that would have been fun to see that the Bills play that Seahawks team. Would have been better than what we did. Let's just get over it. Yes, congratulations to the Seahawks, 29-13. We just got our ass kicked. Plain and simple. They bullied us. Our offensive line, which has been a liability second half of the season during these playoffs, it showed in this one. And I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to blame the offensive line. I'm just calling it how it is. The offensive line, they sucked. They got bullied. I will say I put this on Drake May because even though he was getting pressured and hit a lot, no help from his offensive line, you have to, in that second half, make adjustments. Him and Josh McDaniels, you got to make adjustments. You got to start rolling out. You got to anticipate this stuff is happening. I know they were safety. How many times are you going to let the safety Witherspoon come down, corner or safety blitz and get to you? I mean, you got to switch it up. You got to do something different. And they didn't make any adjustments. I mean, yeah, we put up a bunch of yards and points in the fourth quarter, but that was garbage time. They weren't blitzing at that point. The game was over. What sucks is I had a little bit of hope. I was like, are we about to do this stupid another Super Bowl comeback, And then Drake May throws that interception, and I go, oh, nope. No, we're not. I bet all these jerseys that they're advertising right here are on sale. $5 probably. Nobody wants that shit anymore. It sucks we didn't get a good game. I know Seahawks fans were enjoying it. My wife was talking a bunch of shit. It just sucks we didn't get a good game. Because I still think the Patriots had a really good season. But now, I mean, I can't defend the fraudulent claims, easy schedule claims. Because they looked like ass yesterday. They looked like a young team. Inexperienced. But they'll learn from this. And Seattle, I mean, it was really impressive what that Seattle defense did. Sam Darnold didn't even play all that well, And I will say this. I had money on this. I bet it live. Jason Myers got robbed. All right. Jason Myers got robbed. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think there was a chance in hell Kenneth Walker could rush for 135 yards in this game because you can't run on this Patriots defense up the middle. But they decided to go, hey, let's try to bounce this outside. And that they did a great job of that. Kenneth Walker did a great job. But listen, we've seen a running back get 135 yards in a Super Bowl before. He also didn't get any touchdowns. We've seen a running back get 125 yards or 135 yards in a Super Bowl. We've never seen a kicker make 5 field goals, go 5 for 5 in a Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl record. I feel like if you get a Super Bowl record, you probably should win the damn MVP. Oh, Jason Myers was robbed. Good morning, Wesley. That had to be the overall worst Super Bowl ever. I don't know. I still think the Rams Patriots one was pretty boring. But I mean, yeah, the commercials weren't that good. The halftime. I didn't watch the halftime show. My wife and daughter did. I was making wings at that point. I kind of could hear it. Wasn't really paying attention to it. Heard it wasn't as bad as everyone was expecting it to be. Seemed like they just put on a performance. Didn't try to do any messaging or anything like that. Maybe there were some subtle things here and there. I don't know. I didn't watch it. Good morning, Grass Guy. And listen, here's how I knew the Patriots were going to lose yesterday. I get a text from Grass Guy a couple hours before the game saying, "Hey, I put money on the Patriots on Kalshi. I put money on the Patriots on Kalshi at 30. I think it was 33%." And I was like,
"No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!"
I was like, the guy that's been trashing the Patriots all season long is all of a sudden buying it, and great. We're screwed. So really, this was all Grass Guy's fault. And he knows what he was doing. He did it on purpose. It's okay, though. What up, David? Walker easily went over rush. Yeah, he did. Yeah, they did. They're a good team without a doubt, but they don't belong in that game. I think they belong there. The AFC was trash this year. The AFC was trash. Patriots got through the gauntlet. If you're a Denver fan, you got to be so mad that Bo Nix got hurt. You got to be so. If you're a Bills fan, you got to be pissed he didn't get there. You know, that would have been fun. I blame Buffalo. You know, maybe offensive line should take some blame too. Oh yeah, definitely the offensive line. Listen, if the Patriots don't spend this offseason, we have a ton of salary cap. I know everyone's talking about Max Crosby, and that'd be great if we get Max Crosby. But the first thing we got to do is fix that left side of the line. We played 2 rookies. Now they will get better, but we gotta go get whoever the best left tackle is available. Either trade for him or go sign one in free agency. We got to get a better left tackle. I'm sorry. It showed way too much. Not only did those guys suck last night, they've been sucking all playoffs, but they were just getting pushed, you know? It was like grown men against boys out there. They were getting pushed and thrown around. And maybe we got to, Will Campbell, maybe you got to come in and play guard, for a little bit. Maybe left tackle ain't your thing. I don't care. We got to beef up that left side of the line. That's what the Patriots got to do. Or else next season, I'm really tempted to do this. Depending on what they do in the offseason, I might be betting the Patriots to miss the playoffs next season. I think there's some good value there in that. We'll see, though. Guy says Hideki choked. Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I just kind of saw the results. Although I'm really happy because all my guys ended up placing pretty high for my contest picks. And our guy, Pearson Cootie, made top 10. How about that? Tied in 10th, baby. We'll take it. We'll take it. Good morning, hopelessly persistent. Yeah, the Pats got wrecked. At least the refs didn't rob you. Yeah, dude, I was really impressed with that. There was hardly any penalties. It was a good clean game. The only thing that you can complain about as a Pats fan is that one missed where the Seahawks jumped off sides on that punt that would have gave us a first down, but it's not like that changed the game at all. The TP show was better. Okay. I didn't check that out either. I knew this was coming. I had to work that in, grass guy. This is what happens when the hardest game you play all season is the Bills at home. Our defense looked really good. I mean, I feel bad for our defense, man. They played phenomenal. Just phenomenal. I really thought, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it did. Collinsworth was talking about it, but we had multiple opportunities to get a turnover there in that first quarter. Like the defense was playing aggressive, trying to jump routes. It's just whenever we rush Sam Darnold, how many times did our guys miss him? It's like we had him for a sack and they just blew right by him. Cricket must have lost a lot of bets, drank himself into oblivion on Jaeger and isn't here. Probably. I'm guessing that. I haven't texted him. I'm letting him sleep off whatever's going on. Because I'm like, I get it. I showed up, though. I just want to let you guys know I showed up. I'm here. I'm here to take the beating. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go over here. We got over on the YouTube side of thing. Good morning, Tommy. Well. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. What's up, Gojira? Good morning. Good morning, Jose Taco. How we doing? Good morning, Alyssa. Bad Bunny is trash. I didn't watch it. He sounded like special ed. Drake looked off. Yeah, that's another thing. And I'm not going to make that excuse for him, though. If he really was injured, listen, he had that shoulder issue and it came out. Obviously, we don't learn about this stuff till after the fact that he got shot up with a bunch of stuff in his shoulder before the game, of course. But listen, if you're that injured and you're that hurt to where it's affecting how you throw, which I really don't think so, because he was able to sling the ball and move the ball. I think the reason why he was inaccurate was because Seahawks were getting so much pressure. He was getting pushed out of his comfort zone, and he was just a little off that way. I don't think it was actually had anything to do with an injury, from what I was seeing. Maybe, but if it was because of the injury, or if they want to make that excuse, bullshit. That's bullshit. If you're that injured, don't play. Let someone else go in there that can actually give your team a chance to win. All right. You don't get to use that excuse. There's no excuses for the Pats and his injury. Thanks a lot, grass guy. Hockey has a similar issue this year if you look at their division and the differences. Just got a text from Crick. Says he'll be here in 10 minutes, which means he just woke up and he's got to take a shower. Dude, yes, that's one thing. See, defense looked great, and yes, you're right, grass guy. Christian Gonzalez, he played his ass off, dude. I know Ryan was texting me saying, that he got beat and all he did was make plays. Okay. I mean, it happens though. Like you're a cornerback, you're going to get beat sometimes by a step or two. But that's the difference between good cornerbacks and great cornerbacks or defensive backs in general is you get beat, you make up for it. God, he's got such long arms too, man. Overall, I'm not disappointed. I mean, I am disappointed that we lost, and it would have been better if we lost. I would have been fine if we lost in a competitive game, God, that game was it sucked. It sucked. I thought we were going to make halftime's adjustments. I thought the second half was going to be different. Thought we were going to come out in third quarter get back in the game, actually get a score. But we didn't. That happens. It's football. Seahawks were a better team. Congratulations. That's the thing that sucks the most. It has to be, of all the teams we have to lose to in the Super Bowl, it has to be the freaking Seahawks, man. Now I got to hear it from everyone, all my friends, my wife. It is what it is. And yeah, I mean, both offenses were ass. I mean, the Seahawks offense outside of Walker didn't do anything. We did a good job shutting JSN down. We really shut everyone down other than Walker. Walker kept them alive. Yeah, that was an ass whooping. Yeah, I thought Vrabel was great, but I don't think Vrabel coached that great of a game. Now there's only so much you can do when your players are getting their ass kicked, but I thought Josh McDaniels on the offensive side of the ball. I thought with all of his experience, you see in that first half of your deficiencies. Try to do your best to scheme out of it. You got to roll to the right. Just do something different. What's up, Real 23? You didn't watch it because of the freak Bad Bunny. I didn't watch the halftime show either. What up, Mark? How we doing? Even with the loss, he should have won. You know who was actually MVP? Listen, I said Jason Myers got robbed. He did. But you know who was actually the MVP of that game? The Patriots punter. That dude earned a paycheck. That dude earned his paycheck, and he was doing good. Great hang time, enough to not let Shaheed be able to do anything last night. I kept getting nervous that he was finally going to break one. Should have done quick slants. Yeah, that was the thing is like, I never felt comfortable when we were in those third and shorts, and I should have, And listen, I know that they were running zone, and Drake May was doing a good job of stepping up and throwing in those zone because there was his little pocket stuff. He was just off with his passes, but I feel like he should have looked to run a little bit more in those third and shorts. Keep the chains moving. But what can you do, Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what you can do? Unless you're bilingual. I don't know anyone who could have been offended. Yeah, that's a good point. Here's what you can do. You can go get your Rumble wallet. They can cancel your accounts, freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy, say, or support. Big banks and financial institutions have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence matters more now than ever. Introducing the Rumble wallet, a wallet built for real freedom. With Rumble Wallet, you control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company. Buy digital assets like Tether, Tether Gold, and Bitcoin in one secure place. No permission, no middleman, no cancel button. And when you want to support the creators you actually believe in, you can use the Rumble Wallet app to directly tip content creators securely, instantly, and without interference. This isn't a credit line they can shut off. It's your wallet permanently. Yours to protect your future, yours to protect your family. When the system fails, when institutions turn on their own people, financial sovereignty is the difference between security and vulnerability. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It's about freedom, ownership, and protecting what's yours. So take control today. Download the Rumble Wallet app now and step away from the big banks for good. True ownership, true protection, true financial freedom. Booyah. Booyah. Pass with 52 total yards gain in the first half was all I needed to see. Yeah. I think we all would have been better off not seeing that. That was disgusting. Hey, Derp. Good morning, Derp. Good morning, Derp. We'll talk a little bit more about the Super Bowl when oh gosh, look at all these. When Crick gets back here. What did I have? This was pretty impressive. Seahawks first team to go through the whole playoffs, win the Super Bowl, and not have one single turnover. God, we were so close in that first quarter. What up, Taco Bella? Good morning. That's impressive. Yeah. Drake May had the most passing yards in a single quarter of a Super Bowl in NFL history. Cool. It was in garbage time, dude. That is insane, though, that he had almost 300 yards passing. This was funny. Drake May in the Super Bowl. I did have one bet come through, which felt good. Mac Hollins, when he caught that touchdown, I was like, yes. At least we cashed one. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. My wife was at halftime was like talking shit about it's like, you guys ever gonna get in the end zone? Like, what are you guys doing? You guys think you can ever get down there and score? I mean, your team kind of sucks right now. And I'm like, you guys haven't scored a touchdown yet either. So pump the brakes there. Mars Bars didn't watch 1 second of the shit show or shit bowl and haven't since Kaepernick knelt down. That's fair. Rooting for the Seahawks the whole way. Yeah, well, they dominated the whole way. They sure did. They whooped our ass. I want to check something real quick. I did pretty damn good in this contest. Yeah, look at that. Cootie came through, got me 5 points yesterday. We're cooking now, baby. We're cooking now. There's another one. Which is the one? Golf one and done. No. Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. No, that's a new one. I don't think it's this one either. No. Which one is it? Where's my golf one? I don't think it's this one, is it? Maybe it's this one. Yeah, all 4 of my guys placed. That was great. Oh. Kirk should be here in a minute. See how his night went. May looked horrible again. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, Dirty Reg. Yeah, dude, I can't believe Sam Darnold, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Mr. Ring Boy lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yeah. That was gross. How you doing my 100 tier team? I guess not good in that one. I thought I did good in. There's one of these ones. I swear I'm missing one. Oh, it's a bye week in Golf Survivor. Really? Huh. Oh, it's fun. We got Olympic medal chase. We had what's her name? Crash. Shocking. They should have suited up Tom. I know. I told my wife that. I'm like, you think Tom will suit up at halftime? Could have really used him. Good morning.
What's happening?
I was just licking my wounds.
Yeah, I hear you. I planned on being all kinds of fired up this morning. I don't even know if I'm allowed to now. Man, I didn't even drink last night. That's the thing is, like, I see the comments and the Jaeger and everything. I didn't even drink last night. I just was.
I did.
Did you? I bet you did. Yeah, I bet you did, man.
The
No, I
Coors
woke
Light was blowing.
Oh, I bet they were flowing. I woke up a few minutes ago and I know that it's not supposed to be completely daylight in my room before I'm awake and going. I was like, oh, we are running behind. We have got to go now.
Yeah, I was telling the chat. I was telling the chat. I was like, I don't know if you were drinking or whatnot last night ago, but I totally get it. Like I didn't even bother texting him. Figure he just overslept, and I get it.
Dude, I woke up as soon as I text you. My feet had just hit the floor when I texted you and said be here in 10. So I made it showered and everything in pretty good time. I got to have that shower, man. I got to at least get through there and let it hit me in the face to wake me up. But we're ready to go now, I guess. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and all that.
Yeah, I was telling the chat. I go when I got your text. I go. He just texted me said he'll be here in 10 minutes, which means he literally just woke up and has to take a shower.
Yep, that's exactly what that means, man. We made it though. We're here. We're here. Man.
Oh. I started the show off with this, Craig.
Little golf winner. Let's talk about that. That'll put us in a better mood.
Well, I told him, I go, I was almost had to eat crow today with Scotty Scheffler, dude.
Dude, I put $5 on him. I put 5 to win like 123.50 or something. I was like, I'm taking a chance, man.
Yeah, man. That was an impressive day by him yesterday. Not enough though.
Man, he had that one little stretch there. He went on a little tear, and then he had a stretch, I think like 11 and 12 maybe, where he was like par, and I was like, man, we needed a birdie on one of those.
Yeah. I know. Everyone was right. Patriots just sucked. Just sucked. Give us your thoughts on the game, Craig.
That was the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen in my damn life. Even the
I think we're
13
overreacting. I about to say the 13-3 game was way more.
The 13-3 game was at least competitive and close. There was at least a chance somebody was coming back in that damn thing. The Patriots didn't have a pulse on offense, dude, till you were down 3 scores. What the hell? How the hell can you be down 3 scores and not have a pulse that entire game and then drop 2 in the bucket for a touchdown and get 65 yards in 2 plays?
I'm just glad Matt Collins got one. He cashed my parlay. That's the only bet I won.
I knew that. I told SD, I was like, Will has done cash some stupid parlay on Mac Hollins bullshit now or something. Oh, that's the only thing that saved the night, man, ain't it?
Yeah, that was it. Well, let me ask you this, Craig. Was Jason Myers robbed
of the MVP?
Yeah,
dude. I think I was sitting there thinking about it too. And you were talking about the most fantasy points, and I think Kenneth Walker probably wound up having the most fantasy points, but Jason Myers would have probably been like, dude, probably. I mean, hell, wasn't Ramondre was like 10-1, so Jason Myers would have had to have been like 100-1 or something to have the most fantasy points.
He was 250-1 before the Super Bowl game started.
Dude, I told you he had a game for me in fantasy this year where he scored like 24 points. He was the highest scoring player between both teams, and these were teams with like Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, like all the big dogs on it, and Jason Myers was the top scored fantasy point that weekend. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think he should have been who got the MVP? I don't even know. I turned that shit off.
Kenneth Walker got it.
That's I can live with that.
No, but here's why, and I agree with you. It's not terrible, but Kenneth Walker didn't even have a touchdown. Now, I did not think there was a chance in hell he could rush for 135 yards. That was impressive. They did all that by bouncing it to the outside, which is smart because every time they tried to run up the middle, you couldn't get anywhere because you can't running up the middle in the Pats. But although he did have that one nice little cut up the middle and took it for like 20 yards in the first half. But
I thought he played well.
Here's why I think it was Myers got robbed. We've seen a running back in the Super Bowl rush for 135 yards before. We have never seen a kicker go 5 for 5. He literally set a Super Bowl record with 5 field goals made. I thought that's where, when they announced that, I go, okay, you just got a Super Bowl record. You just won MVP, right? You would think.
You would think it. Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Walker definitely had a great game, but yeah, I mean, I didn't realize he set a record. I had him 10 plus kicking points, and he damn near got that by halftime. He did get it shortly after halftime.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now you can make the argument the reason why he was even in position to kick those field goals was Kenneth Walker got him down there, but still, because I mean, the Seattle offense didn't really do anything all game other than Kenneth Walker.
That was the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen. I hated every moment of it. From start to finish, from the coin toss all the way through. You got the coin toss. They got to come out there. They're carrying their little coin out in the box and everything. Supposedly this coin's weighted to one side. They had to remake it and all this stuff. Funny, it still landed on damn heads. They're sitting there trying to hand it to Joe Montana.
I tried warning you about the weight, Crick. I tried to warn you about
I didn't bet that shit. I don't bet the coin toss, dude. And if it does, I always call heads on every one of my coin tosses in life, dude, because I feel like I fucked my 50-50 if I don't. I've been calling heads since I was like 19 years old. So I would have won that one any damn well. But then we get that fucking first drive, dude. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a catch. Maybe it's not. But we got to at least review that play, that pass to Cooper Kupp, where we're not sure if that's a catch on the sidelines where the ball's moving the whole fucking time. Can we not at least review that?
Yeah, I know. They're like instant replay. They go instant replay or replay assist only comes in if it's clear and obvious. I'm like,
we're in the Super Bowl.
It's pretty clear and obvious that ball was moving around like we should
entire time. And the only thing I'm so pissed about is it fucked my both teams to punt bet. Now, granted, they still may have wound up getting it, but I should have been able to sweat it at least a play or two longer because I'm still not thinking that was a catch. We could have at least looked at it in the Super Bowl.
I know. Vrabel should have challenged it. I know you don't want to challenge the first drive of the game, but
yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to do. Challenge first drive. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how somebody can't ring down from New York to just at least look at it. Just look at it at least. But no,
Coco was making a bunch of money. She was making a bunch of money betting punts alive for each Patriot drive.
Who did?
Coco.
Oh, Coco did. Let's go, dude. Good bet. Good find. I did when it was still trash. Nobody had scored really. Patriots hadn't even scored yet. I did bet live over 17.5 in the second half at plus 155.
Oh, like the
when it was when there was only 3 points scored in the second half. The only point scored was the field goal, and it was getting late in the third quarter. I went live over 17. And that's only because as high as they would let me take it. I would have took it as high as they'd let me take it, and it would have got there too. But 17
imagine being anyone that was on the under in the game and you had to start sweating it at the end.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why. Dude, you knew it was going to be somewhere around that at least. You knew it wasn't going to be that damn easy.
Oh, man.
That's why anytime y'all see some trash like that, some gross shit, you got to turn around and live bet the overs in those spots because usually they're going to get back closer to that number.
Dude, how good did Christian Gonzalez play?
That's the best player on the football field. Best player on that. That's the reason y'all had a damn chance in that game.
Yeah, Ryan was messaging me. He's like, yeah, Christian Gonzalez playing good, but I mean, he's getting beat on these is why. I go, yeah, but that's what, I mean, a good defensive back.
Speed is that skill.
Yeah, that's what makes you great is you're able to make up for those, you know? Because you're going to get beat. It's just part of the game.
That's the way it goes, man. I'm telling you, that dude made a couple plays on. It ain't like he was out there covering some bums either, man.
I saw that Steps when I saw Barner got the touchdown. I was like, I'm pretty sure Steps had money on that.
Dude, he did. He did. Steps got to actually see the porch last night. He came by where we went to. We didn't have the party at Buku's last night. We had it at our friends, the Hernandezes, which is about 5 minutes up the road from us here. And we were getting closer to halftime. It was packed over there. They got kids running around and everything else. And we weren't sure if we were supposed to partake in what we partake in there. So Steph was like, hell, we got it. He's like, I think I'm going to head back to the ATL halftime. I was like, well, shoot, let's just run over here and stop by the house. We could do what we do, and then you can ride along, sir. And so that's what we did. We came over here, and I didn't see any of that. I turned the TV on to get us on the channel so when the game started back, but I did not really see any of Bad Bunny. Did you?
No, my wife and daughter were watching it. I was making wings at that point. I mean, I could kind of hear what was going on, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. It's kind of funny, and I figured this was going to be the case, but everyone made a lot about, made a big deal about him over nothing. From what I understand, it wasn't a terrible performance. It was maybe not people's cup of tea, but there wasn't like, he didn't just come out and like say fuck ICE and stuff like that. There might have been some subliminal messages here and there. I don't know. It was all in Spanish. That was the one thing why my daughter was, because she's a teenage girl. She's like, I'm excited for this. My wife's like, you can't understand the thing he's saying though, because it's all in Spanish. And she's like, yeah, but the beats are cool. I was like,
that's the same thing that SD said. SD was like, hell, I wish I knew what he was saying. I feel like some of these songs are catchy. I was like, if you want to have that guy open up for like the World Cup or something, like the opening ceremony for something like that, that would probably be way better. But for American football, there are 85% of people last night that still have zero idea any word that guy said.
Yeah.
So you can have your subliminal messaging and everything, but we don't know what you said.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I thought it wasn't like too terrible. I heard it looked pretty cool, like performance wise. Like it looked like a film or so. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but I think that it was put together nice. Whether it was your cup of tea or not, that's a different story.
The one part I saw, it looked like they were in a jungle.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch, but like I said, we were on the porch and it's on the TV and stuff like that. But that's the one part that I saw that it looked like they were literally in a jungle. There was trees growing up and everything. So they don't know either. Irish says, maybe not. Like I said, I'm just confused as to how that's who we landed on. Like I said, if you have that guy do the opening ceremonies of the World Cup, okay, whatever. I'd have been like, there's a market for that. I didn't feel like there was a big market for it last night. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the fool. But
maybe. Either way, it wasn't like everyone was freaking out over nothing.
Right.
We didn't have really any trick plays in this game. We had like a double reverse that got blown up. Other than that, we didn't have a third person to attempt a pass or anything like that.
We didn't have anything come through. Football sucks. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, I'm not making I said this earlier, I'm not making any excuses. Our offensive line just got bullied. Our left side is a liability when you're playing two rookies. And it was like men versus boys, dude. They got pushed backwards.
You even a little bit concerned about Will Campbell yet?
Yeah, I said this. I said everyone's talking about trading for Max Crosby, and that's cool if we get him, whatever. We should spend this offseason looking for a left tackle. I know we spent a first round draft pick, a high pick on Campbell, and he'll get better because, like I've always said, in linemen, it takes 3 years for them to figure this shit out.
I'd trade that motherfucker.
No, I think you move him to guard. I think he'd be way better at guard.
He's not near as tall as I thought he was.
No. But no, I think the Patriots, we have all this cap space. I think you got to go out and try to find the best available, whether it's via trade or signing someone, kind of like what the Bears did this year. They just went and bought an offensive line. I think they need to go and do that. I don't think you can run next season back with that left side of the line. And if we do, I already said this, if we don't make the proper moves this offseason, I will be betting the Patriots to miss the playoffs next year.
Dude, I don't hate that at all. After what I saw last night and knowing how hard it is to get back to the Super Bowl and usually how the loser does kind of regress back a little bit there, I don't think that's a bad bet at all. We'll have to see what they do in the offseason, but I'm telling you, that offensive line was a problem last night. Now Drake May actually owns one of the records you don't want to. He's been the most sacked quarterback in a single postseason in history. Even more than that year, Joe Burrow got just walloped all over the place, dude.
I know.
So You've got to. Will Campbell got his ass. Now, whether he's banged up or not, I don't know. I know there's been talk of that stuff too.
No excuses. If you're banged up, don't go out there.
Exactly. You're in the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear none of that shit because you got your ass whipped all fucking night long over.
So did
and
our
over,
guard.
over.
So did our guard, dude. How many times? And I was shocked that Josh McDaniels didn't make an adjustment. Maybe obviously he tried, but like, how many times are we going to let the cornerback or safety blitz us and get a sack? You know what I mean?
Witherspoon. You could have argued that Witherspoon could have been in the talk for the damn MVP, man.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was a game wrecker last night.
I couldn't believe that we didn't like try to roll out away from that pressure. You know, I know it limits what you can do because you only have half a field, but you got to do something. And I know Seattle was running zone all night, and Drake May did do a good job of stepping up and throwing into that zone. He was just off on his throws. But I thought on those third and shorts, Drake should have been looking quicker instead of waiting too long to just take off and run and keep the chains moving, because he eventually was going to run, but then it was late. The pocket collapsed on him. I thought I was shocked that he didn't just like take one step and then try to just do a QB draw, you know?
That, or they caught him one time in that damn thing where on the blitz where they checked down to Ramondre and he gained 10 or 11 yards on it. It was late in the game when they were on like their own 4 or 5 yard line. Hell, that punter for Seattle, you could have thrown his name in the damn hat for MVP too. That guy had 3 punts inside the damn 10-yard line. But on one of those,
I said the Patriots punter was the MVP, dude. The fact that we punted that many times and he didn't get to take off once.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I just I don't know, man. I expected that to be a better game. Awfully disappointing right there. But they caught him in that play.
You know, whether they're banged up or not, and I know we find out after the fact. Drake May had to get his shoulder shot up before the game and whatnot. No excuses once again with him. If you're not healthy enough to go out there and compete, let someone else do it. That's not an excuse. I will say this. I think his shoulder, he was injured, but I don't think it affected his throwing because he was slinging the ball. He just was off. And I think the reason why he was off was because of the pressure. You know, they got him into uncomfortable situations where he's not used to throwing.
That's what I'm saying,
I mean,
dude.
something was clearly wrong with him because he was the most accurate. I mean, he was 73% throwing downfield in completion rate this season, and he could not do any of that. I kept jokingly texting Buku and Steps all second half. I'm like, now would be a really good time to try to throw one to Kyle Williams. Let me at least get that, dude. Huck one up to him. Let me cash that bet. You know,
that's exactly the same thing I was saying too. One time, Kyle Williams, the only time he tried to throw to him, he hit Seahawks defender right in the chest with it. Never had a chance on it. Did that get tipped or something?
I think either he got bumped or something like that because that one went like
it was terrible. It was like a punt.
He didn't lead the guy at all, so it had to have been something.
And that was Kyle Williams, dude, and he had him too. If he leads it over in the corner, dude, easy for me to say.
He put it over in that freaking corner. That's a touchdown. We lose the game, but I'm much happier.
I would not even have cared. I probably wouldn't even overslept this morning.
I wouldn't have slept last night.
Yeah, right. I may not have to worry about it. I'd have been sitting there waiting for my bonus bet to hit the damn thing.
Who ended up winning that? Who had the longest touchdown?
I think it was the damn Seattle defense, dude.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was the longest touchdown.
I think it was the Seattle defense. You could have got a fat bonus bet off of that too. I will say if anybody was betting that on defensive scores, it probably was more likely that it was the Seattle D they were betting.
Oh my God. Imagine how crazy, dude. He could have had whoever had Mac Hollins was looking so good with 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was all in there with all in the bag at that point. How far was that one for Mac Hollins?
35.
I thought it was mid to high 30s. And then how long was the sack, fumble, scoop, score?
Well, it got officially ruled an interception.
Or it was an interception. Yeah, it actually was an interception. God, Drake May screwed up my lost fumbles. I didn't even feel bad after he had that one. I was like, okay, well, at least he fumbled twice. And then they went back and showed that play. I was like, no, that was an interception, damn it. How far was that?
45.
That's the winner, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So some people got some fat bonus bets on that king in the end zone. God almighty.
somehow Drake May ended up with 295 passing yards. He set a record for the most passing yards in a quarter for a Super Bowl. But I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
was
because
all
you were
garbage.
about 3 scores. That's
all
I
garbage.
mean, exactly. Like, how the hell you do that? How you gonna set the record for most passing yards in a quarter and not have a fucking pulse for the other 3? God Almighty!
When do we find out the ratings? It usually takes a couple days.
I hope that shit sucked. You know it didn't because they got bot farms and stuff everywhere. But 20 minutes.
Game was boring. Commercials were boring. Halftime show didn't watch. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're not wrong, gas station. It was damn. I'm telling you, that was the least enjoyable Super Bowl I've ever been a part of.
That's what was so disappointing too. Was I just wanted it to be a good game.
That's me, man. Wanted to have a chance in that damn thing.
And the fact that they didn't even have a chance, it's like now I can't even defend their season. You know, I can't defend the weak schedule stuff. It's like, okay.
Still a good season. Anybody say what they want on that. It's still a good season. You still beat some really good teams to get there. Maybe there's some good defenses and some tough weather. Adjusted, second-year quarterback, first-year coach. Got a lot of key pieces that were in their first year, at least their first significant year. So, I mean, yeah, you didn't win the big game. It didn't go the way you wanted to, and that's fucking football. That's part of it sometimes. It's still a good season for the Patriots. Everybody say what they want to. It's still a good season.
I knew we were going to lose the game when 2 hours before the game, I get a text from Grass Guy saying, I just bought the Patriots at 33% on Kalshi. I'm like, you're fucking with me. And he goes, no, I don't see them losing this game. I'm like, the guy that's been anti-Patriots this whole run is now putting money on them. I go, oh, great. We lost.
It felt like you'd seen that movie. I'm sorry, y'all want to sit and say that Rams Pats. I know that was a gross one too. We'll call them 1A and 1B, but at least that damn game was within a score or two. This game was over. Hell, man. It didn't feel like
you got to remember that Rams Pat was like, it was 13-3, but it was like 6-3 up until a few minutes left in the game. That touchdown didn't come till late.
That's what I'm saying. At least that was a one-score game, and we didn't know who was going to win the game. This one, we knew who was going to win the game within 20, 25 minutes into the game. They never had a chance, man. They couldn't cross midfield hardly. It was awful.
We crossed midfield a couple times in the first half. It's just we couldn't string together multiple first downs.
And why? Mike Vrabel has been aggressive all year long. And I understand you're only down 12-0, but you haven't showed a lot on offense. You have not. And you got a 3rd and 1, then goes to a 4th and 1, and you're on what? Probably your own 41, 42 or something like that. And we're down already 2 scores with only about 7 minutes left in the third quarter. We're not going to run Ramondre up the middle 2 times in a row there. QB sneak Drake May. He's capable of doing that 2 plays in a row to get a first down and keep that drive going. Also, when we're down, 19-0, and then you score, why are we not going for 2 right there to get that to 11 to make that a 2-score game at that point, a field goal and a touchdown? I mean, I can even live with that one, but I can't understand why that man on 3rd and 1 halfway through the third quarter, why we're not going for that 2 plays up the gut right there to get that first down and keep that drive going. I feel like his butthole got a little tight, too.
He coached his best game. I mean, you can only do so much when your team's getting their ass handed to them, but
that's why at that certain point when you're getting your ass handed to you, got to try to steal the momentum somewhere, man. I thought they were going to do something stupid, like try to run a fake punt on that 4th and 1, which I thought would have been absolutely foolish because that was the spot they definitely were looking for it. So at least they kicked it away there. But as aggressive you've been all year long, it felt like an awfully conservative play calling.
Well, they're really not that aggressive. These were the two least aggressive teams compared.
But he ain't been afraid to go for it, dude.
No. I don't know, man. They were getting beat up, and he knew his guys were getting beat up. I blame Josh McDaniels for not having a better game, like not adjusting.
And it felt like they did on that one drive, but I'm like, even in that one spot, like, yeah, you're getting beat pretty bad, but your defense hadn't played bad.
No.
I mean, you're down. You've given up 4 field goals, which means you've been bend don't break like you have most of the year. So that's another reason. Like right there, I'm Like, what's the difference in 12-0 and 15-0? If you turn the ball over right there and you can hold them out and they get the field goal, you're still going to be down 2 scores at that point. But I think you got to go for that right there, dude, and try to keep that drive going and get some momentum. I think when you pump back, you just deflate your guys.
Yeah, dude, if the defense didn't show up yesterday, it could have been like Seahawks could have put up 50 on us.
Dude, y'all could have been suffering the worst Super Bowl defeat ever or something.
Yeah. The worst part about last night is the fact that they gave all us Patriot fans hope before that interception. Like,
that's what
they go down and score with Mac Hollins. We get the ball back, and the Patriots are driving to make, bring it within a score. Like, there's a chance, there's enough time that there's a I'm like, are we really going to do another Super Bowl comeback like this? Are you kidding me? Well, I think at that point Seattle had like 19 or something like that. So we were potentially going to make it a game. And like you said, had he hit Kyle Williams on that one instead and scored,
it goes 19-14.
Yeah, it's a
then them buttholes start to pucker a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have been able to drive a needle in their ass with a sledgehammer. They get that out the morning. Well, if Mamaw had nuts, she'd also been Papaw.
And then he throws that interception, and I go, well, there's the game.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, me too. And you know what? My dumb ass still sat there and watched the rest of it. Just sitting there watching it, just giving the NFL exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting there taking it all in. Just because I'm like, sure as shit, I'll walk out, some crazy shit will happen. Nope, still waiting.
I tried to turn it off, and my wife yelled at me. She had the girls in the bath, and the boys were in the other room. I was the only one in the living room. I just turned it off for a second. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? She comes out of the bathroom down the hall. Turn that back on. She's like, I want to watch my team win this game. I'm like, okay, geez, I didn't think you were paying attention.
Okay, yeah. I can't believe you didn't know better than that already.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus, my bad. I didn't know you were paying attention to this. My bad.
Shit. Yeah, I rage changed it. Sorry.
Sometimes I was going to turn it back on. Sometimes you just like, I just gotta walk away and turn this shit off for a second. Embarrassing.
Dude, I know. Just walk away sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's all over. I ain't gonna lie. I died the death of 1,000 cuts in the NFL all year long. It was yellow and lime green. We did dial that in yesterday.
They showed it.
I know. I tried to get on there and bet it. I was looking for it. I was like, I don't think they're supposed to show that. I was trying like hell to find it in real time when I saw that. Well, hell, we said that yesterday, dude, on the round table yesterday morning. Because the other day when me and you looked at it, we were talking about it. The favorites were orange and blue at plus 250, and yellow and lime green was plus 275. And yesterday on the morning show, I told you, I was like, dude, something's been leaked on the Gatorade color because now yellow and lime green is the favorite at plus 180. Why the hell would the odds on the Gatorade change unless somebody told you the odds on the Gatorade change? But I also kind of like Step scared me away from it too when he was like, they did this same thing with Braun Breaker in the Royal Rumble last week. And I was like, shit, they did do the same thing with him. And it scared me away from it. I put my little 5-piece nugget on clear water or whatever. They're never going to dump water on anybody at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, there is that clear, what up, math guy? That clear, was it Glacier or whatever?
Oh, I love that shit, dude. That's why I think that's why I picked
it. Doesn't seem like one that you would have though in a football game though.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I tell you what they should do, dude. They should have like a gold Gatorade bucket they mix back in a vault or something, and they just carry this thing out. Like that shouldn't be happening last night where we're getting it leaked early.
Well, they should have like 4 different colors on the table, and you don't know whatever one the players are going to grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Alyssa's right. Maybe that's why it switched to the favor in that. They just felt more and more like the Seahawks were going to win that damn game, so they went with the yellow. Yeah. It was all trash, Captain. All trash. Start to finish.
Yeah, it was gross. And what made this even worse, too, was the fact that of all the teams we had to lose to, it was the Seahawks. For me. This is for me. Because
for you, yeah. I told SD that. I was like, this is such a huge game for the kids and everything. I was like, this determined fanhood for a lifetime. all kinds of stuff. Because I don't think she really thought about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, I bet they are all Seahawks fans."
Oh yeah, I got all Seahawks fans, all my friends. Now I got to listen to this shit. It's all right though. We're due for a rubber match sometime in the next decade. You know,
due for a rubber match. Yeah, man. Yeah. What was your favorite commercial last night?
I couldn't really listen to the commercials because my kids were demons, and so my wife kept talking over them like, yeah, thanks. Really wish we could hear what they're saying on the TV as my girls are screaming their heads off and whatnot. Yeah. So
hey, they were partying. They were
like, you should have, Miss Leslie's like, you should have done a Rumble Premium streamed you and your wife talking shit all game. I'm like, no, the stream would have been us trying to talk over our children, run around like chickens with their head cut off. You know, they were just demon.
Yeah, it was a ruckus where we were at too. Okay, dude, shout out.
My wife was so like, I'm joking. I'm clearly joking when I say this. We're in the fourth quarter, right? She's got one of the girls. I got one of the girls. They're screaming and whatnot. I look over at my wife and I'm like, oh, there you guys go again, cheating again. The ref's just giving you this game. You guys just a holding penalty. You guys trying to cheat to win this game. Kidding, of course, Greg, because clearly we're getting our ass kicked and the reffing and the whole. It was a clean game. It was fair. And she just looks at me. Don't you say that shit. Yeah, the boys hear you say that, and then you're teaching them bad stuff. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, first of all, as we're yelling over each other, no one can hear us. The boys are in the other room. No one can hear us because of these two screaming right now. I go, second of all, I'm clearly joking to you. Okay. Like, this is clearly a joke. And she's like, yeah, you're right.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, we are getting our ass kicked right now. You guys are winning this game fair and square.
John, I'm with you, John. I share your opinion, sir. I think the overall Super Bowl sucked. The Duncan, the Duncan commercial was decent. I like the damn one.
My boyfriend. Hi, I'm Tom.
Yeah, that one was pretty funny. I did crack up at that one. I like the damn one with the Clydesdale, a Budweiser commercial. The Clydesdale and the bald eagle.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't see that one? Oh man, they got some like little chick or something. It's like right on the back of the Clydesdale. There's some farmer out there, and then it's like goes to another scene. You don't really know what the bird is, and then all of a sudden you see this fucking full-grown Clydesdale running out there, and it's got like a bald eagle on it. It's the most American thing I've ever fucking seen. It was fantastic. It was my favorite commercial for sure. And then they should go back. Apparently they had a Clydesdale with a bald eagle sitting on its back at the stadium. It was pretty cool. I like that one.
I thought the flyover, it's always cool, the flyover, but I thought that would have been sick to see while you're like, if you're actually at the game, the flyover.
Dude, our friend, Mr. Strauss, he comes on Spitting Truth with us. He started coming on this last few weeks, but his brother yesterday, one of his friends, they're from out there in that area, and one of his friends hollered at him and had an extra ticket to the Super Bowl, dude, and flew Mr. Strauss's brother out there. He got out there yesterday morning and got to go to that game last night.
Dude, did you see it was going around? I don't know if it was real, but it was going around on X. Someone accidentally listed their Super Bowl ticket for $50 on StubHub, and it immediately got bought.
Of course it did.
Someone got to go to the Super Bowl for $50. It was $400 to park at the stadium.
I was going to say, I told SD, I was like, I didn't figure anybody got inside that damn stadium for less than $10,000 last night to watch fucking trash, dude.
Yeah, but you're going to a Super Bowl. You're hoping for a good game, but you're going there for the.
Yeah, I know. I understand where you're going, and all that stuff was shit. All of it. They're charging people all that.
It's a cool experience to go see it.
It'd be cool to say you were there, yeah, I guess. But I'm sorry, I'll never go to one of those fucking things unless they give us press passes. That'd be the only way you get me to one of those, dude.
If I become rich one day, I'll go to a Super Bowl.
I'd have to be absolutely fuck you rich.
But I would buy the Super Bowl tickets like as soon as you could buy them, like not like before the season starts, not knowing who's going to go there, just knowing, hey, I'm going to this thing because it's an event. Not waiting to see if my team makes it, and I would actually prefer not to have my team there.
Yeah, that'd probably be better. I'll tell you, it'd be smart if you had money you didn't have to care about, just to buy those damn things and hold them. Because you're always going to be able to sell them for more than face value once everybody finds out who the teams are going to go.
Especially if it's like popular teams that go, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hell, there's always going to be somebody that's a fan of that damn team it don't matter who the team is. There's always somebody, every fan or every team's fan base has some really rich people in it that will pay whatever you want, really, if you have those tickets.
Yeah. I think two things everyone can agree on last night that I saw. The game sucked, and everyone hated Chris Collinsworth. I thought he wasn't over the top. He was just himself, and I don't think he mentioned Mahomes once, right?
No, I don't. He said that for after the game. Yeah, no, we are all kind of just haters at this point. He wasn't that bad, but I did the same thing, dude. Because the first half we were over at the Hernandez's, couldn't hear kids running around everywhere. You couldn't really hear shit, And I got home and I looked at SD after steps left. And I was like, well, shit, I forgot Collinsworth was even doing this damn game. Now we got to listen to this dumbass for the second half. He wasn't the worst he's ever been, but that guy's voice, every time and they pan to the little damn them in the booth or whatever, I want to punch that guy in the face so bad. His face just pisses me off.
I think he would have been way worse if it was a close game.
Oh yeah, dude. He's always bad. Don't get it twisted. But there are some games that he is I hate watching that guy call a Chiefs game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You might as well just have it on mute at that point.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, Tirico ain't no better. We always shit on Chris Collinsworth. Mike Tirico sucks too. That guy actually enjoyed that fucking game last night. If anybody's favorite part of football is special teams, you lose me. I'm done listening to anything else you got to fucking say about football, you fucking nerd.
How pointless was it? I know that it's a show and they got to do all this stuff, but how pointless was it to have the Hall of Fame inductees out there? They bring them out to the Super Bowl, line them up on the end zone just for like 3 seconds of camera time, and then have to rush them off. You know what I mean? Like save that for like before the game or halftime or something. Because like the Patriots are standing there like, hey, we're trying to continue this drive, and we're waiting for you to get out of the end zone. It was
maybe give me 2 less minutes of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And get those guys out there for a minute.
Let them have their moment. Like literally the camera just panned on them for a second, and they're like, okay, you got to rush you off the field. We got to continue the game.
I noticed that because I remember seeing Luke Kuechly in the middle there, and I was just kind of wondering, I'm like, wonder what's going through that guy's head. Just taking it all in, knowing you had to quit the game prematurely, not your call and all that stuff. And you obviously love the game. I'm telling you, dude, I'll never forget that guy's speech after when he found out he had to retire. That's just one of the most heartbreaking retirement speeches I've ever seen. You could tell it meant everything to that dude. He had no choice but to quit the game. And you just seen him standing out there yesterday, like kind of looking around. He didn't have a smile on his face. Didn't look like he was really taking it in. I just wonder what was going through that guy's head,
Yeah. He was on that Super Bowl team, right? The Panthers that went?
I think so, dude. I think he was real young.
Yeah, because that was 2016. Because yeah. So he was yeah. Because
probably like his third.
How crazy is that? Drake May, last time he was at that Super Bowl, the first year the Levi Stadium was
hear
open.
That
was a cool story. That was a cool story.
Cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That'd be insane to go and go play at that same field.
It's like, because it was like exactly 10 years ago, and they were like, did you ever think that 10 years later you'd be playing the Super Bowl here in the same? That is pretty cool.
It was crazy that 10 years ago Drake May was in 7th grade.
Yeah. When you think about it like that, that's crazier to think about, ain't it? Just play middle school football 10 years ago. What?
And you know what's kind of ironic is the games were kind of similar. I mean, that Broncos Carolina game was better than this game, but it wasn't a great game.
No, that was a defensive struggle too.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not really math guy. We didn't really. I don't know. I have to see what my numbers. I know I didn't hit any of my big plays, but I did hit I had Jason Myers 10+ kicking points for like plus 150. I had both teams to complete their first pass attempt at like even money.
Did you have some on Barner? I feel like you had a play on Barner.
I didn't have Barner. I avoided that. Did he get this? Hold on. How many yards did Austin Cooper wind up with?
Not enough.
I don't know. I didn't need many now. I seen 2 catches. We were awfully close on this thing.
He had he did get a second catch. 2 catches for 10 yards.
I only needed 9, so we won that one. I thought that second one. I saw him get that one for like 3 yards, dude. And I was like, that's the only catch that one. And then he caught another one. I was like, oh, that's going to get us real close to it.
Dude, we were really close to hitting this one. That 7-legger I put together yesterday. Where is it at? Both we had Stevenson TD, both hit their passing yards. Hooper ended up getting his 10. Cup got his. I think Travion was 1 yard short and Henry was 1 catch short from hitting this thing.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I had one I went to.
Travion got there. Oh my God, Crick. Missed this by a freaking Hunter Henry, needed 1 more catch.
And oh my God, he had 3. Oh my God.
I didn't realize we were that close.
Dude,
he had 5 targets. If he would have just caught 1 more. Damn.
We had that George Halani, shout out to Steppers. He's the one that got me looking at this one, but I did wind up playing it. But we had George Halani under 1.5 receptions, and he caught one like right before halftime on that last little drive. And I was like, God, Steps. I was like, he's going to catch 2 little checkdowns on this drive and not catch another pass.
God, that pisses me off now. Because like with a couple minutes left, we were just like I said, we were the Henderson and the Hunter away. So I was like, oh, we're not going to get it. But Travion ended up getting there. I forgot about the run to end the game. Or maybe that was a catch. Either way. We were 1 away from the 7-leggers. Someone commented on this. He goes, I'm new to Calcio. What is the odds of this hitting? I go, well, I mean, it's a parlay. Those are always risky, but I feel like we're getting a better payout than what the true odds should be on this. So, God, 1 catch. Hunter.
1 catch, man.
If the offensive line could have just hung on for a little longer.
And you had a couple more targets, man. You had that one in the end zone at the end, too.
I was waiting, dude. The only hope I had in the second half was waiting for either a Kyle Williams bomb or a Travion Henderson just to break one.
What felt good is that's why I watched that game to the end. It's because I thought Kyle Williams is going to save us from everything, man. Dude,
Steps texted me before the game. Right before the game, he goes, dude, that Kyle Williams is down to 15-1 now.
We were talking about that a little bit, and I guess it's just like looking at the predictive market. It's probably the fact that there's like no action on that bet at all, and y'all started generating some action on that thing, and then more money's coming in. We're talking about on the show. That's what we were talking about. There's probably people that put that shit in that weren't even like in the chat talking stuff, and they just saw an influx of money come in. They're like, we got to drive this down. I don't know what's up, but somebody knows something. We didn't know.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I could have lived with us getting our ass kicked if we would have hit that bet, not only because it would have been a huge payout for me, but the fact we gave it out to so many people, like that would have been cool.
I know. I wanted that one to come through, dude.
Squad ride.
I parlayed. That would have been a good parlay, dude. If you'd have parlayed Mac Hollins and AJ Barner together, I did that with a couple people. I did it with like Jake Bobo and Kyle Williams. That was a good one. It was like $1 to win 170 or something, you know. And then had a couple of them, but I parlayed the wrong ones together. But Barner and Hollins would have paid well. You'd probably got 20-1 on that thing or close to it.
I'm still impressed by how well we shut down JSN. Now I know he ended up rolling his ankle at one point.
No, that was concussion.
Was it concussion?
Yeah, they sent him because he got his head
grabbing at his ankle.
Yeah, no, they did. He had to go past concussion pro because they slammed him on the ground and like the back of his head hit the ground, and they sent him up there concussion protocol and shit. Which he comes sprinting back down. If I'm him, I'm a little pissed off about that, dude. Like, I understand your concussion protocol and you got to do it and all that stuff. That guy clearly was fine. If he's telling you he's fine, why do we got to take him all the way back in the locker room and all this different shit? And I don't know. Playing football. I'll tell you what, dude. I did see a few people on the Patriots that I felt like the moment was a little too big for them in spots, man.
I said that on Sports Boards. I go, there is one concern I have is the fact that we're a young team and this could be too big of a stage.
Just the fact that it's the Super Bowl and you prepared for this moment your whole life, dude. And there was a few people last night wearing all white that were not ready for that moment.
They have brown stains on their pants.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say? It cut out for a second.
And they're wearing all white and had brown stains on their pants.
Brown stains on their pants. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to see more.
Didn't it feel like that defense? Our defense played so great. It was literally, if you look at this, it's just Kenneth Walker, which I'm okay. I can live with because although he got a bunch of yards, they were containing him. Like you said, bend, don't break. But man, our defense, it didn't feel like in that first quarter we were so close to jumping one of those routes and taking one to the house.
And I'm with you, dude, bro. I think the best football player on that field last night was Agent Zero for the Patriots, man.
Yeah,
It could have been
Davis. Even Carlton Davis was playing well.
Yeah, he played well.
Shocked.
Christian Gonzalez is the only reason that y'all didn't lose that game by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, he shut down, and the whole defense shut down the offensive player of the year. How much money do you think people lost on JSN last night? Between MVP,
we've talked about that. You got to be careful with those heavy favorites because, hell, Kenneth Walker didn't even get his TD, did he? No. Those were the 2 favorites. The minus 190. Kenneth Walker was minus 190, and he broke that one at the end. I actually bet him for a live touchdown at like plus 310 going into the fourth quarter, and he broke that one. I was like, oh, we're going to get this one too. And they called him. It was holding.
Yeah, the books cleaned up. I mean, outside of Ramon, they scored a touchdown, but like neither quarterback won the MVP. They were both the heavy favorites. JSN went under.
Puka is the real offensive player of the year. Should have been. Yeah. You'd have to cut Puka's head off to get him to go in concussion protocol in the Super Bowl. You have to cut him off at the shoulders right there.
What do you think about this Seattle team next year? I still don't know.
I mean, how can we not know? I mean, did you know that freaking Sam Darnold is only the second quarterback ever to win 14 games of regular season, back-to-back seasons? He's only the second person to ever do that.
Yeah, behind Tom Brady.
Yeah. I mean, that's what when I told Steps, I was like, obviously we know who the other guy is, but
yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
That's pretty crazy when you think about that, man. All the guys to play football and different things, and I know it didn't work out last year, but hell, now it'd be kind of a flawed stat if you don't win one of the Super Bowls in those years. But the fact he's won one of them now, I'm like, Sammy Dimes might be hanging around to stay for a little while, man. And if you really think
what's crazy is if you go back and look at this season, this all came Seattle being here and in this spot all came down to that crazy comeback. I believe it was Thursday night against the Rams. Remember down 14 in the fourth quarter? Mm-hmm. And then they went to I think it was overtime, and they went for that 2-point conversion to win the game. It came down to that 2-point conversion because that got them the 1 seed, which got them home field in the championship game, and
which was clearly
got a bye in the first round or in the playoffs. It really came down to that one game.
Yeah. The Rams were kind of the only team. The Bucks put a bunch of points against them earlier in the year, but the Rams were kind of the only team that could figure out that riddle that was the Seattle Seahawks late in the season, man. He didn't call a great game at all.
Yeah, that's what kind of gave me hope because I know our offense is better than that. Obviously, the line sucked. Dude, but with the Rams being able to put up yards, I'm like, we should be able to move the ball on this defense.
Well, I guess the Rams can at least block a 4-man rush. That's the biggest thing, is that a lot of the pressure they got on him last night wasn't like they were doing crazy blitzes. Yes, I know they did some like cornerback blitzes and different things.
But that was only on third down. Yeah, that was only
on third downs. The majority of those pass rushes last night was a 4-man rush, and you couldn't even stop that. You couldn't block 4 guys with 5.
Well, how about that one in I think the second quarter where they pushed can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My StreamYard is being really laggy today. Like
back out,
when I click I'll try that. Hold on. But when our guard got pushed backwards into Drake May for a sack.
Yeah. It's like what are you gonna do if you're Drake May? You can't even really be mad at him in those spots. But now, granted, he did see some ghosts in spots. I thought he should look to get out of the pocket a little quicker sometimes. There were sometimes where he just kind of like folded.
No, listen, I 100% blame Drake May. I forgive him for the first half, but in the second half, if Josh Allen was in that game, you think Josh Allen would have figured out what to do?
I mean, we could say that because
No, I mean, I'm saying that I'm just his experience. An experienced quarterback would know, hey, the game's not going to script. This is where we're getting beat. We got to do something different. And I wish if we had a healthy Bills team, that would have been fun to see. Bills versus Seahawks team.
Man, I
think Josh Allen would have figured out how to move the ball in that Seattle defense. Now the Bills defense wouldn't have been able to stop Seattle, so it would just been a fucking shootout. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'd have got 1,000 points in that damn game. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to throw too much shade at Drake May because he was running for his damn life. He didn't play great. I think he knows that. Everybody else knows that. Mike Vrabel didn't coach great. Josh McDaniels didn't call a good game. They got beat, man. You got outplayed. You got beat by a better team. That's football. Sometimes it just is what it is. And there's a lot of young guys on this team. You obviously got Mike Vrabel in his first year with this team. They're going to learn from this, man. I don't think they're just dead to rights. Now, I don't think it's a bad idea to look to maybe fade them next year. But I think the Patriots will be back in this position in the next 3 or 4 years. I really do.
We got to make the right moves in the offseason.
That's kind of why I said 3 or 4 and not 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 or something like that, because I need to see what they're going to do front office wise. And if you're going to focus on the spots of that roster that need to be focused on, if they do that, then we'll see, man. But
yeah,
like I said,
everyone's talking about, trading for Max Crosby. The defense, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have Max Crosby.
Yeah.
But the defense was not the issue last night. We've seen like a Browns team that you can have all the best defensive players. And if you don't have an offense that can do anything, it doesn't matter.
No, the team with the most points.
Look at the Texans.
Yeah,
it's like
team with the most points wins the game. You can have that great defense and all that stuff. Oh, let's go, Nandy.
What up, Nandy? Thank you for the $10 super chat. Seahawks were so good this year. Any AFC winner would have lost them. Yeah, it was AFC was just
Nandy's
down.
Right. I think Nandy's right. That's what I'm saying. You talk about the Bills and everything, but like I don't think it matters who that was. You could have the Denver Broncos with Bo Nix or whatever. There's a lot of things could have went differently there. I don't think it was going to matter the way that team was playing football.
Listen, I know they were terrible this year and they look terrible, but if that was Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl, I would have a hard time picking against Patrick Mahomes. Don't care how much better Seattle looked.
I'm done with that shit. Fuck them.
No, trust me. I'm glad that they weren't there. I'm just saying I would have.
There would always be a little gun shy in that spot. That's like betting against Tom in any Super Bowl that he was in, stuff like that. You got certain guys that's like, okay, you've been here and I've seen this movie before, and yeah, it's just hard to bet against that. But I won't be as scared of it anymore.
No, but like when I bring up like Drake May clearly showed he didn't have the experience.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes would have known what to do in that spot in that game.
You'll learn a lot from Drake May from this game.
Yeah, maybe this is this just the early chapter of his career where it's like, hey, we look back on it after he wins us 5 Super Bowls and say, remember that first one he got to?
Y'all,
and he really took that and learned, and he came back and grew.
We're gonna see, like I said, we got to see what they do in the offseason stuff. But this team feels eerily similar to that Cincinnati Bengals team from just a few years ago, dude. And they did not focus on the pieces they need to focus on. And hell, Joe Burrow ain't been healthy since because of it. So we'll see, but they have got to address the offensive line issues. There is no excuse for what happened last night.
The one thing going for us is Mike Vrabel's a way better coach than what's his butt from Cincinnati.
I'll buy that. I will buy that.
Somehow that guy didn't get fired.
We'll see now. We'll see now. Like I said, it's easy to say right now, but we'll see going forward because everybody was ready to crown that Cincinnati Bengals team, thought they'd be back here to stay and all that stuff. And that team's been awful for 3 damn years now.
Well, we have a better defense than they ever had.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Even that Super Bowl year, they didn't have a good defense.
Give you that. I'm really just.
I'll tell you this. I'm so glad we played Seattle in the Super Bowl because if it was the Rams we were playing, they would have blew the doors off of us. Even if our offensive line held up.
You would have a better chance of beat that. You would have had a better chance to beat that Rams team than you did last night. I promise you.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
don't think that I don't. I know the Rams had a good defense, good pass rush and stuff like that. But what Seattle was able to do last night, I don't think the Rams would be able to apply that as much pressure as you saw on that. We'll be back in just a minute, y'all. He logged out, coming right back. But yeah, I think the Pats would have had a way better chance. I don't know if they would have had a chance as the way they looked last night, but I think they would have had a better chance against that Rams team because they would probably at least been able to put up some points. But that Seahawks, they shut them down from the word go last night, dude. The only time they had a pulse, they were already out of the game.
Yeah, I don't know if that helped or not. Let me see.
I think so. Turn your mic up.
A little bit. You hear me now?
Yeah, it's getting there. Does he sound all right, chat?
I think I just need to restart my computer when we're done with this.
Yeah, you sound better now.
New England struggled throughout the whole playoffs. I understand that argument, and I can't defend it. The only thing I'm going to say is I do the playoff games that weren't the Super Bowl were in terrible weather games.
And I mean, those were two of the top 5 defenses all year long in the Broncos and the Texans. So I can live with that in the rough weather and everything. But we talked about it last week, man. We expected with good weather and all that stuff. We expected to see some points kind of back and forth in this thing. It was not that.
I honestly thought the fourth quarter was going to be like the third quarter, but like not like a comeback. Like I thought like a little back and forth in the second half.
I'm telling you, when I saw we only had 3 points second half, and I get over 17.5 points for the second half, all total over plus 155, I was like, they're about to put some points up in the fourth quarter.
New England was the 5th best team this year behind the Hawks, Rams, Bears, Broncos. I think we're better than the Bears and Broncos.
I mean, the Broncos, I don't know.
There is something to be said about, like, dude, something with May, middle of December, ever since the Buffalo game, his deep ball accuracy. I mean, the guy was completing 73%. That's not a fluke to do that, all season long.
No, it's not a fluke. And maybe the like I say, he's still a young guy in his second season. And for one, none of us know what that would be like. None of us know what dealing with that would be like. And it's easy for us to say he hit all these passes. But I agree with y'all. He did not look right last night.
No. I mean, some of those simple ones where it was like he was off with his receiver when they were sitting in that zone and he'd throw it behind them or something like that. It was just, or lead him a little too much.
Like I said, yeah, it's easy for us to say sitting here on our futons and shit and stuff like that. But when you got DeMarcus Lawrence barreling down, he's about to have his 6th kid. His wife is 37 weeks pregnant, dude. And she was there last night. They were asking, they were like, what are you going to do if she goes into labor during this game? And it was her choice, but they said they would not alert him. They wouldn't tell him till after the game was over. And he told her, he was like, I don't care what you got to do, but you got to make sure that baby don't come today. So I think they made it, man. I think they were good. I just thought it was pretty cool. He decided
the mailman says, feels like May through that game. How many misreads, bad calls? Yeah, it was bad performance.
It's because you had people like DeMarcus Lawrence barreling down his throat the whole time.
Did D-Law get a sack? I don't think he did he?
I don't think so here. Where's it at? Let's see.
No.
No.
Everyone but him. Brian Murphy had 2. Derek Hall had 2. Witherspoon had 1. Mills had 1.
Mills, yeah.
God,
6 total sacks.
That is a good point, too. And not just for May, math guy, but for this whole young Patriot team. The NFL season is so long. I mean, these guys played, the Patriots played 21 games.
And when you're even in
it
college,
wears on you. But
as long as college goes, you figure the NFL season goes a month longer. You got to squeeze like 2 to 3 more games in that window right there. It's a long
body's already drained from the regular season, and those playoff games are even more intense.
Well, you look at it. Okay, Indiana, national champion, just went 16-0. Hell, you play 17 games in the regular season in the NFL before you even get to the meaningful ones.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the Seahawks team does next year. I think they're beatable, but I think they could also be right back in this position. It's
I agree with you. I want to check and see what the odds are right now.
I couldn't believe McDonald had his headset on with 36 seconds left in the game.
I seen that.
That guy was coaching every second. I'm like, dude, the game's over. Take it off. Let him.
No, man. Be a football coach. I didn't mind that at all. Be a football coach, bro. Coach to the whistle blows. I loved it.
I did like how after he shook Rabel's hand, he kind of just stood there and looked around and was watching the fireworks, just taking it all in. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Take it in. You may never get back there. I don't care win, lose, draw, whatever. If you're there, you better take it all in because there are people that made it early on in their careers that never, ever got back. Look at Dan Marino. Got there in his first or second season. I think it was his second season, maybe. Either way, never got back to that damn thing, dude. You better take it all in. Who are we looking at next year, man? Some of the odds. You obviously got the Seahawks and the Rams are co-favorites to win the whole thing at plus 950. Bills plus 1,100. Eagles plus 1,300 with the Patriots. Eagles, Patriots, Ravens all plus 1,300.
Off. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick, but I'll be listening.
Go ahead. So we'll start at the top again. We got Seahawks, Rams co-favorites to win the championship next year at plus 950. The Bills are the second favorite at plus 1,100. Then you have the Eagles, Patriots, and Ravens at plus 1,300. Packers and Lions both plus 1,400. Then you got Chargers, Chiefs at plus 1,500. Niners 1,700. Broncos 1,800. Then it falls off from there. Texans are 20-1. Goes down from there. I'm trying to look and see Seattle making it back. Man, you ain't wrong, Captain. As long the way they played down the stretch, man. I mean, and Sammy Dye, I kept waiting on Sam Darnold to be Sam Darnold and screw it up for him, whatever. And that dude did the exact opposite. He played absolutely fantastic through the entire playoffs, down the back stretch of the season. When you look at that game where they went to San Francisco in week 18 or whatever it was and won that one 13-3. Now, granted, it's a little easier to be mistake-free and stuff when that defense played as well as it did, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Sammy Dime, talk about a crazy story, man. That's who probably was just standing there at the end of all that last night, just kind of taking it in, thinking, man, it has been a hell of a ride through all of this stuff. So, and I'm never upset about seeing all that. I wanted to see a better game, but I felt going into this thing, I wasn't really going to be all that upset with who won it, outside of the fact I was going to lose my bets. But these things happen. Mama said there would be days like this. But Sam Darnold played well all throughout the whole course of the playoffs, the backs. I mean, all year long, really. Like I said, you look only the second quarterback ever to win back-to-back 14-win seasons in the regular season there with Tom Brady. So pretty. You took the Giants at plus 7,000. Grass Guy says, okay, yep, that's what they're looking at right
Seattle's the first Super Bowl winning team to not commit one turnover during the playoffs.
Say again.
Seattle's the first Super Bowl winning team to not commit one turnover during the playoffs.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane, dude.
And this is Sam Darnold's first win over the Patriots in his career.
Got to give credit where credit's due for that guy. So
I mean, I don't think he played a good game. I think he managed the game, but I don't think he didn't play well.
He did what he had to do.
He didn't lose the game for them.
What do you think? We talk about people taking it in and stuff like that. Like, you know, think about what that guy was thinking about at the end of the game. As the clock's ticking down, you know, it's all, you're a winner. You're Super Bowl champion now, bro. Been a hell of a ride for that guy.
How about for D-Law? Had to go through all those years. Now, I don't feel bad for him. He got paid handsomely. But all those years with the Cowboys, and then he called his shot. He goes, listen, at the beginning of the season, he goes, Dallas is my home, but I'm going to win a Super Bowl with Seattle.
Hey, call the shot, hit it 450 feet, bro.
And is going to have another kid.
And today, probably.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. He got 6 kids, bro. They be fucking. They like y'all. Truth.
It's fun. You should try it.
I got my fair share too, y'all. I know what causes that too. Dude, bro says the Niners are at 17-1 to win next year.
Okay, I heard you naming off those teams. You're going to hate this, but I'm just being from a betting standpoint. I think we're going to be looking at ourselves if we don't place this bet. I think we're going to be looking at ourselves, come January next year, saying, why the hell did we not snag the Chiefs at 15-1?
Dude.
I know no one wants it. We don't want it.
You're probably
no one wants it.
Right, because I always zig when I'm supposed to zag on this team. And I kept saying all year long, they're not dead to rights yet. I kept investing good, hard-earned American currency in the Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't want to even put a nickel on these fucking fools again.
I'm just saying, when the playoffs come around next year, the Chiefs are going to be like plus 500 at the start of the playoffs to win it, and we could cash out and win right there. Is what I'm saying. Because they're always, if they're in the mix, they're going to be a heavily public favorite team. Odds are going to shrink up. You're never going to get 15-1 on them again.
Do we have these odds on Kalshi yet?
I don't know. Let me look. Where were the Bengals? Because I don't think you said them.
They're way on down there. 25-1. Yep, 25-1. They've got that's college football.
Yep, odds are up for next year. Dude, you can get the Bills at 12-1.
Where the hell is it? All I see is the NFC Championship and AFC Championship.
On Kalshi?
Yeah.
Type in 2027 Pro Football Champion.
Man, I got to remember that. You can type shit in. It'll just pull it up for you.
I just typed in Super Bowl, and I was able to find it that way, but the actual market is
I always forget to type it in. I could never find the Heisman odds on here forever, and all you got to do is type Heisman in the search bar.
Oh, yeah. They are terrible at, like, their search function, and unless you actually use the search, but, like, when you try to go look through the tabs, it's so hard to find.
Where's the Super Bowl at next year? Do we know that yet?
It's in SoFi Stadium. So the Rams.
The Rams. Did we just play one there?
That was 2021. So it would have been 6 years.
Well, aren't there 32 stadiums in the NFL?
Yeah, but only a handful of them are eligible. You have to have certain criteria. That's why a lot of these teams are redoing their stadiums so they can host a Super Bowl. Because not every stadium's eligible.
Fair enough.
I don't think you could have one in Pittsburgh because of the weather.
No. I don't know why. Because the first one we had was the Stoke Bowl or whatever, right?
Yeah, but I think for the Super Bowl, they either want you to be a domed or you got to be somewhere like LA and San Francisco.
They know all them rich people won't pay to come stand in that cold.
They just don't want their biggest game of the year to be a blizzard that on broadcast you can't see anything. It'd be cool.
AFC Championship.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see, but like not from a advertiser and broadcasting experience.
That game last night was outside, right?
Yeah, but it's in California.
Nice. Well, I was just saying, Megatron said when the NFL plays Super Bowl outside, they'd call me. I was like, that was wrong. That was outside, right? But yeah, I'm with you. Not in the cold weather stadium or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking it up right now, Jose Taco.
What was he asking?
There are certain requirements.
Oh, requirements for the stadium?
To host the Super Bowl, a city must have an NFL team, a modern stadium, whatever that means, with at least 70,000 seats, and either a dome or warm weather where the average temp is above 50 degrees. Also required include ample parking, top-tier practice facilities, extensive hotel capacity, and space for massive fan experiences. So
they pretty much average temperature above 50 degrees. So that basically excludes what? 70% of the stadium. Yeah, half at least.
Yeah, because that's why Denver can't host one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Minimum 70,000 seats, weather / roof, high-end locker rooms, modern press boxes. And you would think like it's the NFL, like, oh, all these teams, they're rich, they should have this. No, they don't. That's why a lot of them are redoing their stuff, and that's why we're getting a lot more domes.
Grass guy, yeah, buddy, we can do it. Will's probably off work. We're probably going to do this for a little bit longer. We can do it. I haven't set it up yet because obviously I woke up late and all that stuff. But if you want to, it looks like there's a bunch of NBA games and probably some college basketball games. So if you want to, we can do it here in a little bit. It's up to you, sir. If you got something going on, that ain't no big deal either. But it's so hard for me to get motivated to do Creek's Corner when they're not playing hockey.
The hosts, listen to this. The host cities have to provide many services like parking, security, and venues free of charge to the league.
They have to say, let's see. Hold on. Man, I don't know.
Well, they'll gladly do that, Crick, because they bring in so much money to the town.
Oh, yeah.
Whole week leading up to the Super Bowl.
I can't imagine what they made off of this shit, dude.
Yeah.
So, what up, some guy? How you doing?
Requirements. Are there Olympic bets? Oh, yeah. You can bet on everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. You can bet on whatever you want. When does hockey start? Wednesday.
Look at Grass Guy's comment.
I can go either way. We can do it, bro. We can do it. I need to find some winners. Like I said, it'll be a little bit, and we'll do it when we get done. Wrap up here. I'll need about 5 minutes or so, but I'll set it all up. We'll do it.
Yeah, we won't go much longer here.
I guess I could. I'm getting better at this stuff. I could probably set it up right now in real time.
God, how about our Pearson Cootie top 10?
How'd that work out? I didn't see how that finished up.
He tied in 10th at -12.
Tied in 10th. How many people were tied at 10th?
3.
Oh, that probably wasn't that bad with the odds on his.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still made a little change on that one.
Especially if it weren't dead heat rules.
I would say I don't know how you would have found without dead heat rules on that.
I think no, Kalshi didn't have top 10. There's some books that will give it to you.
You got to find one of them offshore books to find that. All the regulated books going to do dead heat rules apply on that. Because that's where you get licked on those damn things, man. You got to be careful because you wind up betting somebody top 10 or top 20 and they'll tie with 6 guys at that spot and you actually wind up losing money on your bet.
Dude, the AFC is so tough. That's why another reason why I don't think we're going to make the playoffs, because you're going to have all the top dogs back.
Yeah.
Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow, they're going to
Everybody assumes that. We got to remember that Lamar lost his head coach. We have no idea what the damn Ravens are going to be. I think the Bengals fucking suck. And I hope Joe Burrow gets out of there sooner than later.
Dude, the Patriots have the same odds to win the Super Bowl next year as the Chiefs. Way rather have the Chiefs.
I actually see the Chiefs actually got better odds on DraftKings. Probably in Kalshi, they got the same ones.
Yeah, they're all at 6%.
Hell, pull them up there.
Here's the teams that are tied at 6%. Who would you rather have out of these 5 teams tied? San Francisco, 6 teams. San Francisco, New England, Chargers, Chiefs, Packers, Lions. I think I'd rather have the Lions and I don't know. Chiefs would be number 1, probably Lions and San Francisco after that.
I think I'd about take San Francisco out of that group.
Yeah.
I don't know what to see. They might have their damn that shit going on with the plant or whatever, the radioactive shit, whatever they'll tell you is going on out there.
I'll tell you who you want to fade. You want to fade the Eagles. You see that Fangio and then is thinking about retiring, and then Lane Johnson's thinking about retiring.
That dude probably should. If he wants to walk and play with his grandkids.
It's never good when someone's thinking about retiring and then they just
exactly. Dude, if you're already thinking about retiring, why aren't you already retired? You know?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The Chiefs here. I think I'm gonna have to start investing into that this offseason. Just slowly start buying it.
What draft pick do they have?
Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
Top 18. Let me see.
Man.
Let's see. Oh, they have the 9th pick.
The Chiefs have the 9th pick?
Mm-hmm.
What? Well, damn.
Is this true? Hold on.
That can't be right, can it? I mean, I don't know. They had a terrible season.
God, yeah, I know they had a terrible season, but when I actually look at it, they only had 6 wins. That's crazy.
Yeah, they were. I don't know about tanking, but they weren't exactly playing full bore at the end.
Well, they lost that last game of the season to the Raiders.
Yeah, that says enough.
Look at that. Bengals have the 10th pick. Yeah. Chiefs have the 9th pick.
That's crazy, dude.
You know what's also crazy is the Saints have the 8th. It's like when you think about how bad this season was for the Chiefs, you don't think of it being like New Orleans being right there next to them. I know the New Orleans had like a great second half of the season and whatnot, but like they had the same record.
That's crazy when you think about it like that, dude.
It's like one team was happy to be 6-11, and the other one was super disappointed.
Yeah, the most.
I don't mean like happy 6-11, but like they were at the end of the season, they felt good about what they built on. You know,
they felt better about it. Yeah, the Chiefs did not. Opposite ends of the spectrum for those squads.
I need the Cardinals to trade up for the number 1 overall pick. I really do.
Hey, they're looking for it was like the Dolphins and the Cardinals are looking for trade suitors for Tua and Kyler, which I think we already knew that, but but yeah, maybe that could wind up working some pokey doke crazy stuff.
God, the Rams have the 13th overall pick.
Who's got number 1 again?
Like that team, the Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Fernando Mendoza sweepstakes.
Yeah, the Jets have the 2nd. Like what are the Rams going to add at 13 here? Like what is this team is just fine. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, dude, you could hell man.
And the Cowboys so the Rams have 2 first-round picks, the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks. The Browns have 2 first-round picks.
I'll tell you what, if nobody's available, you just look for like the best available edge rusher and just add another edge rusher to those monsters and just cycle them through there. Dude, what about the shit? Speaking of edge rushers, what about the shit that James Pierce Jr. did?
I know, right? We kind of briefly talked about it yesterday, but I haven't read the story other than the headlines.
I mean, I've only skimmed through it a little bit, but looks like he was just acting a fool, running from the police, and his wrecked his high-priced car and all kinds of crazy shit.
Not
basically
just
like 5 felony charges, dude.
Not just running from the police. Allegedly, he tried to take one out with his car.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Like yesterday when you were just nonchalantly like, yeah, you know, it's the NFL. They'll get this all cleared up. He'll get slapped on.
Hey, learn to speak, cricket. You dumb shit. Shut up. I had no idea what was going on in that. Had no idea. But you know what's sad, dude? They probably will get it worked out.
Probably
they will. No, the guy just finished 3rd in defensive rookie of the year voting the night before, which is another thing. I'm like, we can't understand. We got a little more to lose here. What are we doing? This guy's got like aggravated stalking charges. Yeah, felony assault on a police officer to cause bodily harm and shit. And I'm like, dude, it may or may not get worked out because you start doing shit like that, they don't play.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be hard with this one for them to. I think he's at minimum going to probably miss next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on the commissioner exempt list.
I started to say, even if the police, the legal part of it gets figured out, Roger Goodell ain't going to stand for that. You're going to at least sit down for as many games as Rashee Rice did.
You know who's eligible for parole this August?
Oh, God, who?
Henry Ruggs.
That story's crazy, dude. That story's crazy. I don't know. That story's blown my mind since day one.
Only 27 years old.
How long has he been in there now?
He's it'll be his third year. He's serving a 3 to 10 year sentence, but can get out. I think he will get out on parole, and
he will too.
I do think he gets another. I think he gets another shot in the NFL because
I don't know
if he can still play.
I mean, I think the dude will probably still be able to play. I don't know. I mean, your mental capacity. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He has been doing a lot of different things to try to speak out against, what he did and all that stuff. But I'm like, I'm sorry, 3 years don't feel like it fits the crime.
But here's why, though. Here's why. I think everyone loves a good redemption story. I think if he can still play, he'll get another shot in the league. And the main reason for it, other than the redemption story, those paychecks of his will go directly to the victim's family.
That should.
Well, yeah, he owes them.
And yeah, I mean, it's
millions and millions.
I don't think hearing that guy talk, which I mean, obviously, you would hope you'd change your tune a little bit, but I don't think he'd have any problem with that. That dude would play football for free right now compared to what he'd been doing.
What's this one say? I can't see the comments. NFL.
High character players, baby. Yep, they do. The highest. God, I just couldn't believe it. When I started reading the details of that, I was like, what are we doing down there? Hitting cops with our car?
Yeah. That's what you get for drafting someone from Tennessee. I mean, what do you expect?
No. There are a lot of there were players from Tennessee playing in that Super Bowl last night that can behave just fine. There's literally an astronaut on one of those teams that played last night. It's like, come on, bro. What are we doing? Hey, look, we had questions about James Pierce's character when he hung out in Knoxville. You just can only say so much to a guy that's that big of a fucking freak.
Yeah.
But, yeah, clearly not the sharpest tool in the shed.
It just goes to show, man, the NFL, it's like as long as you can perform, we will put up with a lot of shit. And the second you don't,
because they know we'll even tune in to watch stupid shit like they put on the TV last night. Just keep funneling money into this never-ending black hole. God, I hate them. Unbelievable. And I'm part of the problem because I hate their guts and I still turn it on every time.
Yeah. Oh, Crick, you know what we have today? God, I totally forgot. We're going to do a highlight segment.
Do we have highlight?
Highlight's back.
Dude, let's go, bro. Well, good. Good riddance, football. Welcome back, highlight.
Let's do our highlight segment of the week.
Let's do it.
Well, cricket football's over, but we got a new season starting in highlight. Just when everything's going on break. NHL's in the Olympics. You got NBA's about to hit their all-star break. Football's over. What are we going to watch? What are we going to tune into? The World Highlight League. Great sponsor of this show. We've had a lot of fun covering highlight over the past few seasons, and we're going to cover this season again as well. It's going to be fun. Tomorrow is going to be the first game of the season, as you can see with the Warriors and Chargers. Now, some of these teams have switched players and whatnot. We'll have to take a look and see who's on what team now. We'll do that this week as we preview each one. Tomorrow we'll take a look at the roster for the Warriors and Chargers. We can bet that over on DraftKings too, which is going to be fun. We'll pull up the odds. Actually, let me see if they've got it up right now. I want to see who's the odds on favorite.
Yeah.
to win it right now. Let's see.
Y'all can go look at this stuff. You can bet this over on DraftKings Sportsbooks. Go down your little sidebar down and go down to under hockey. You'll see highlight right there. Click on the World Highlight League and pull that up.
The defending champs, Cyclones, are your favorite to win it all.
I need to see some rosters, man.
How crazy is this, Crick? I think this is the first season that we've done this, that the Renegades are not the favorite.
I think that's the play, dude. I think the Renegades, as far as value goes, before we've seen a single match of highlight, I believe the value is on Gauchieri and the Renegades. Now, as long as I assume Gauchieri is still a Renegade, correct?
I believe so. I don't know why they would get rid of that guy. Let's go ahead and take a look. He is the number one highlight player in the world. So
walking on this rock.
If you're looking, yeah. So he's your number one guy there. Yeah. You go check out the World Highlight League. Oh God, look at this. I like their website. They're playing at a new their old facility, but new from what we've seen.
Renovated
venues. Yeah, they changed venues and everything like that. So it's gonna look a little bit different, I think. Kind of cool stuff there. But yeah, this is the World Highlight League. If you guys haven't seen highlight before, how would you describe it, Crick? Mix between.
Pull us up a video, man.
Let me pull one up.
Let's show them. You can't explain it. You got to see it to get the full experience, man. This is the fastest ball sport in the world. They're out there slinging this thing around at about 150 plus miles per hour. It's impressive to watch these guys, man. I'm telling you. If you have never seen this, and you talk about betting on something that is fun, action sport for all you action folks out there, God, if you like to bet on stuff, you can inject this into your veins, I promise.
Yeah, this is their YouTube channel. If you want to go check it out, you can go see highlights, kind of learn about what Battle Court highlight is. Dude, look at this. This short right here got 1.2 million views. That's crazy.
Well, let's give them 1.2 million.
Genius fake shot. It says Genius fake shot by Gauchieri.
Look at this, y'all.
I'm going to have to pause it because we are on YouTube still.
And what you're trying to do here, y'all, it's kind of like tennis. You're trying to get the ball to bounce twice. The ball they have to hit it off the wall up front, and then it can come all the way back and hit that wall. But it can only bounce one time before you have to catch it and throw it again. You can't stop with it. You got to keep the ball moving in your cesta the whole time. So you see these guys doing some crazy. They shout out to Julie and Scott down there at the World Highlight League. They take good care of us, man. But they sent us some cestas. I have to get mine in the morning now. We're back in highlight season. I got it put up in there, but Will's got his back there. I'll grab mine and bring it in here in the morning. But yeah, they sent us cestas, man. And these things, if you think you can go out there and do that, dude, me and Buku got out in the yard one day with the boys. We were just messing around trying to throw that thing. I'm telling you, bro, they make it look way easier than it actually is.
Yeah, it is. When you look at it, you don't realize how narrow that thing is to catch it. It looks, because it's a big old cesta, it looks like it's just be wide, but that thing is so narrow. You have to be so accurate. So like when you see them miss sometimes, like miss a scoop or miss a catch, and you're like, how could they miss that? It's because it is very, very difficult.
Man, you got costadas and cortadas and all kinds of throws that they're doing in here. They'll come off the sidewall with it. And it's all about setting up. You'll see that's what makes Gauchieri so good, man. He'll be setting up his shots, 3 and 4 shots in advance, and you'll be watching him how he's moving a player to a spot to set him up to throw it back across the wall and all kind of, man. It's a beautiful game, especially when you get two of the best, the big dogs out there. You talk about back and forth. You might have a point in a match or in a set, I guess. These are all 3 sets. You got to win. Is that correct? I'm recalling correct, right? Yeah.
First to 6, and you got to win 2 out of 3 sets.
Yep.
There's singles, which we're watching right now, and then there's also doubles.
So, yeah, you play the 6 in each set, and you have to win 2 out of 3 sets. You're liable to see a set point. They might go back and forth for 10 minutes, dude. I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
For 1 point.
And you might get a kill shot right off the rip, too.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
this ball that gets moving 150 to 180 miles an hour at its peak.
And the ball is like a pool ball, dude. It's like a cue ball on the pool table. That's how hard it is.
Yeah.
You can get badly hurt in this game, man. You got to be on your toes. And you'll see how they're rocking there when they catch it and the different things like that. Like right there, he's rocking it. You have to keep the ball moving in your cesta. If you like catch it and the ball stops in your cesta, that counts as a point for the other side. So you got to make sure when you see them rocking, doing all that crazy stuff, that's to keep the ball moving right there. And you got to get a lot of momentum to be able to sling this thing, dude. It's not, they make it look way easier than it is. I promise.
Watch this fake out. It's subtle, but you'll see Goshere catches it, and he looks like because there's a pattern that these guys do. And it looks like, by the way, he has to keep the ball moving in his cesta. You can't like hold it. So it's got to be rocking. That's why you'll see them like wiggling their arms or hands to keep it rolling. But he looks like he's getting ready to set up outside, because this is where you make your kill shot most of the time, is try to hit it outside and get him on that line. So you'll see the defender start cheating to the right, and he fakes him out and actually hits it to go dead straight. And that's how he gets his point. Watch. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay, here it comes. Right here. Fakes him out.
Well, fakes because he's already got him. He thinks he's going to go off the sidewall there, because you can hit off this green sidewall. You still have to hit the back wall, but if you hit the sidewall and the back wall and get it to bounce in, that still counts as a point. He thinks he's going to throw it off the sidewall, so he's already moving over there to the sideline to try to catch that ball when it comes off the sidewall, and Goshere fakes out and throws it back straight. And you cannot recover to get back to that spot, I promise. Once again, coming at 150 plus mile an hour.
Yeah, you can go over to the World Highlight League website and kind of learn a little bit more about this. But this is their little about highlight. The World Highlight League plays host to the world's fastest ball game, a sport which once attracted the attention of hundreds of thousands of packing frontons. I can never say that word right. In the United States, Mexico, Europe, and portions of Asia. Now, World Highlight League's mission is to reignite the same enthusiasm from the thrilling sport of highlight by modernizing gameplay, capitalizing on the exploding international sport wagering market, and delivering the sport through social media to a new generation of fans, which we have become on this channel. Matches can be seen live on ESPN Plus, Fubo TV, and the World Highlight League YouTube channel. Wagering platforms offering World Highlight League Battle Court matches include DraftKings, Hard Rock Bet, Rush Street, and FanDuel. Ooh, they have FanDuel now. Over 750,000 fans follow Highlight across several social media platforms. This sport is just growing and growing and growing. Like I said, their YouTube channel, it was just the other season that they passed 100,000 on there. Now I believe they're up to 150 something. What are they? 156,000 followers on YouTube.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, but this is the World Highlight League. We are going to be covering this every week. Monday, we'll be doing educational videos, a little bit more in detail than this. It's just a general overview to start the season. But we'll be going through all the what's going on in highlights, teaching about the game and understanding the sport, where you can watch it, where you can get, all their links to everything will be in the description of the videos. And then, of course, Tuesday through Fridays, we will be covering the matches. They have matches now, correct? Tuesday through Friday. They did that last season. They're doing this season as well. We'll go through the point system of each match, how you win a match, and then the overall team points for rankings throughout this season. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's take a look at real quick the schedule. Where's that? The calendar. Yeah, look at this. So we start here, and the championship will be on May 8th. First round of the playoffs will be May 1st. So we've got, February, the rest of February, March, and April full of highlight, and then championship come May. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a good spring season.
We love it, baby. We love that. Just when I thought we weren't going to have anything to do after football was over, highlight saves the day.
Highlight saves the day. Like I said, we'll be covering this tomorrow with the Warriors and Chargers. This is the World Highlight League. Go check them out. Links will be in the description of this video.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. God, there's so much going on with the Super Bowl. It almost slipped my mind.
That's all right, man. We're back. We saved the day. Jose Taco, you're talking about Mac Hollins last night. Mac Hollins is the one that came into that game. Did you see the way that fool came in?
Did he ever give a reason why?
I don't know. Steps showed me, man. We were sitting there, and he was like, he looked at me. He said, "Dude, did you see how Mac Hollins walked in the game?" I was like, "No." He just showed me on his phone. I was like, that's a weird dude, man.
He showed up. He caught a touchdown pass. You know what I
He
mean? Like he
played
did his
well.
part.
We knew
Whatever you want to do, whatever you got to do to get you mentally prepared.
I feel like they should have just tried to throw the ball to him the whole damn game. But, hell,
The ball. They should try throwing the ball.
yeah, just throw it to him. He was making plays out there, dude. Hell, that was a hell of a touchdown catch that he made. Great throw, but it's a hell of a catch too.
Mm-hmm. A little too late.
And absolutely, Megatron, you can definitely get hurt bobsledding, dude.
You can get hurt
Did you
doing
see that
anything.
the other day? The damn, I don't know if it was from the other day. It was a clip on the damn Twitters and X's, but where like the U.S., I think it was the U.S. bobsledding team. They straight up pulled the Cool Runnings, dude. There's like 3 of them fall down trying to get in the sled, and the one guy made it to the finish line for our 4-man bobsled team.
Oh yeah. I saw the meme going around like when you throw a 4-leg parlay together and 3 of them miss, and only one of them hits or something like that.
When Cool Runnings is real life. Golly, dude.
I got a raid. Do you have your thing up yet or no?
Yeah, I did. I set it up.
Okay, let me raid you.
Y'all give me a couple minutes in here to get I need to get some. I ain't even had no coffee, man. I've been drinking Sundrop. I started the coffee a while ago. I'm sure it's done in there now, but I got to grab a cup of coffee, take a tinkle. We'll give me about 3-4 minutes. We'll be started over there in Creek's Corner. We'll talk some NBA and we'll talk some college basketball. Do we have some big college
we got NBA today, don't we?
We got a full slate of NBA today. When does the All-Star break start for that, dude?
After this week, I think. I think it starts this weekend.
Shoot, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games in the association tonight.
Sure do.
Y'all come over there to the Sports Picks channel, hang out at Creek's Corner with me and Grass Guy. I'll be over there, like I said, give me about 3 or 4 minutes, man. But we'll be started up over there and we'll cover all your NBA and stuff. See if we can find some winners. Got to recover from this stupid NFL. It's going to take me forever to get all my units back, man.
I don't know why my stuff's freezing up over here, but that's going to do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, same time as usual. Get to talk a little highlight. I'm excited. I can't wait to bet on highlight again. You think if we were good at picking winners in these other sports, highlight, we're pretty dang good at it. But until next time,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.